Hello, children. In the previous class, we had learned about three characteristics. First one, living beings are made up of cells. Second one, living beings respire. Third one, living beings eat food. So, today let's study about the fourth characteristic. Living beings grow. Children, as we all knew that living beings has growth. The increase in height and size of living beings is called as growth. For example, does the dress you had 4 years back still fit you? You cannot wear it anymore, isn't it? You must have grown taller during these years. You may not realize it, but you are growing all the time, and in few more years you will become an adult. In the same way, young ones of animals also grow into adults. You would surely have noticed pups of a dog grow into adults. A chicken hatched from an egg grows into a hen or a cock. Similarly, plants also grow. Children, look around you and see a few plants of a particular type. Some are very small and young. Some are grown. They may all be in different stages of growth. Look at the plants after a few days and weeks. You may find that some of them have grown in size. So, growth seems to be common to all living things. So, let's move on to the fifth characteristic, living beings move. Children, let's discuss about the various ways in which animals move. Observe these pictures. All these are related to movement. So, they move from one place to another and also show other body movements. Movement is a living characteristic, especially of animals. Children, what about plants? Do they also move? Plants are generally anchored in soil, so they do not move from one place to another. However, various substances like water, minerals, and the food synthesized by them moves from one part of the plant to other. Have you noticed any other kind of movement in plants? Yes, sunflower plant turning towards the sun. When you touch the touch me not plant, it shows the movement. In the same way, we also have some non living things moving. Of course, a bus, car, a small piece of paper, clouds, and so on. Is there something different in these movements from the movements of living beings? Yes, non living things need support from living things to move. Next, let's move on to the sixth characteristic. Living beings excrete. Children, all living things take food. Not all the food that is eaten is really used. Only a part of it is utilized by the body. What happens to the rest? This has to be removed by the body as wastes. So, our body also produces some wastes in other life processes. The process of getting rid of these wastes by the living organisms is known as excretion. Animals throw out unwanted things of the body in the form of carbon dioxide, sweat, feces, and urine. They have special organs for this purpose. Children, do plants also excrete? Yes, they do. Plants also give out carbon dioxide during respiration. However, The mechanisms in plants are a little different. Some harmful or poisonous materials do get produced in plants as wastes. Some plants find it possible to store the waste products within their parts in a way that they do not harm the plant as a whole. They release excess water to the atmosphere through leaves. So, excretion is another characteristic common to all living things. Plants give out carbon dioxide not only at night but during the day too. It happens because of the process of respiration in which plants take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. As soon as the sun rises, another process called photosynthesis starts, in which carbon dioxide is taken in and oxygen is given out.